Holy fuck, look at all these dandelions. I'm definitely gonna have to pick those for Dantoin, but that's not why we're out here today. I wanted to put this offering out while the sun was still up because we are actually reaching out to King Paimon, and King Paimon is a day deity. That's right, kids, you don't reach out to old demons at night, even if it does seem spookier. We are facing west. This is kind of northwest in this direction, which is his directional correspondent. Now I want to show you what I have here for offerings. I have 3 frankincense incenses, which is the incense assigned to king. So you can expect if there's a goetic king, his incense is going to be frankincense. I have as well a yellow tea light, which has his sigil painted on it in yellow. Yellow is his color, and gold is his metal. Now there are simpler sigils to King Paimon, more simplified ones. And there are actually 2 sigils present even in the Lesser Key of Solomon for King Paimon. And I did go with one of those, even though there are alternate ones that you can find. I have created his sigil as well in yellow on this cup. The black is just to emphasize the yellow. And there's a apothic red wine in the cup. Now the N for King Paimon, if I'm not mistaken, I'll have to double check before I complete this, but I think it's Linon Tassa Jaden Paimon. I think so. King Paimon was actually the first demon that I ever invoked, the first one I ever called upon. There's a video of part of the experience on YouTube. It was interesting because I was facing east at the time. I was going around the circle facing each direction and calling upon a demon from each direction. So I had my back to the west, which is where King Paimon is said to reside. And I was therefore facing the east, and I was chanting Lucifer's N. And King Paimon is historically famous for his loyalty to Lucifer. So it was interesting that when I finished doing so, behind me the glass on the west for the candle, the glass candle holder had exploded. And there were actually other things that happened as well after that, but that's not on the footage. In any case, I'm putting out this dream offering because I had a dream about King Paimon. And I always do this, it's just my tradition. Now, because there were some interesting other things that came up in relation to this dream, I'm actually going to share. I keep saying actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to share the dream with you here so I can tell you what else happened or what came up. So I dreamed I was in my friend's car. There were 3 tornadoes. I was either talking about King Paimon or deep in thought about him. There was a clear relevance to King Paimon. My friend accidentally drove into one of the tornadoes. There was a roar sound, but we were not hurt. We came out of it intact. My friend was freaking out, excited, saying how she thought we were going to die, but we didn't. We had pulled over at some bar restaurant. I sighted King Paimon, and someone said to me something like, "Indeed, the great water spirit." There was a face in my food, so clearly that I pointed it out to 2 waitresses. One of them told me something strange about mushrooms. My friend rolled her eyes at her, but I googled whatever she said in a dream, and it was accurate. My friend became embarrassed. So it wasn't that interesting of a dream. But what happened that did make it interesting was I posted this log, because I log my dreams, and somebody contacted me immediately afterwards. And I've actually had weird synchronicities with this individual in the past. But she contacted me, and she said that, this is in her words, so she said, my friend, because she's talking about her own friend, my friend had a dream about me in a tornado. What a trip. And he told me about it after my experience with King Paimon. Oh my god, I'm tripping out on your post. We also had something that pertained to King Paimon come up with us, in Obsidian, which was interesting. Just like another synchronicity that happened. And then I've had things happen with her in the past that like weren't related to King Paimon. There's this weirdest thing. Okay, so I was in bed, just being weird, I guess, and thinking about stuff like I always do. And I had I imagine because she goes to like haunted places, like on tours, I guess. And I was imagining myself like on a tour with her, and like in this, like I wasn't completely asleep, so it wasn't like a full dream, but like I wasn't, like I was in bed, I was going to bed, and I was having like these weird experiences. And so in this experience, I'd put my arm out, like without any explanation, and everyone was just like, that's weird, and then she came to talk to me, and it was weird. It was like as I was going to bed. I have a lot of this stuff happen as I'm going to bed. And then the next day she posted in this group that she runs about how she had gone on some haunted tour, and how there was like, I don't know if I remember all the details correctly, but there was like a basement or something like with a bathroom, or I don't know, like it was some haunted place that she was on a tour at, and how she had felt compelled, and she ended up putting her hand up in like the what Baphomet does with his hand, and she couldn't really explain it. She just like did it involuntarily, and I was like, no way, what the fuck? Like just that night, that had happened to her in the past, but I didn't know about it. Like she posted about it the following day, and the night beforehand, I'm kind of getting off point, though. This isn't really necessarily about King Paimon. I just think this individual is interesting. So, and then after I had that dream with King Paimon, though, and the tornadoes, and it's 333. Check it out. Angel numbers. After I had that dream with King Paimon, and she contacted me, and she was like, whoa, like, my friend also had a dream about a tornado right after she had started working with King Paimon. I was just posting, like, stupid pictures that day on Facebook. Like, this wasn't meant to have anything to do with this situation. But I guess it ultimately did. So I posted this stupid picture. I was just, like, all day that day, I was just making, like, these really dumb faces and, like, weird noises. Like, I don't know, like, I just kept doing it. Like, I kept, like I needed to get ready for the day, or I needed to do something, and I would just, like, start making weird faces and weird noises. And I was just kind of having fun, and I was like, this is weird. Like, I'm being weird today. So I posted a picture. This was, like, right before I did that fish face where you, like, suck your cheeks and you're like, you know, like, and I posted this picture, and I was like, I've been making weird dumb sounds and faces all day. I don't know what's going on with me. And somebody commented on it. Fuck me. Somebody commented on it. And this is the guy who actually did my first invocation with me. He's not necessarily into the occult, but he was like, he rode over there with me, you know, and I don't remember if he let me cut him for this. No, I don't think I cut him during this ritual, but I brought him for another ritual, and I cut him to Lucifer later on. But so this guy commented on it going, Paimon maybe, and he probably said that because, like, that's the only demon that he can really think of, because he's not in the occult, and he happened to work with Paimon with me. Therefore, you know, if he's going to try to, like, be cutesy with me or flirt with me, he's probably going to be like Paimon, like, because who else is he going to name? But it was weird because I posted this picture right after I had the dream about King Paimon. And so I was like, did you read that I dreamed about Paimon? Like, why would you, you know? And he was like, no, I haven't been on the internet. I didn't see that, you know? And I was like, well, why did you say that? And he's like, I don't know. Like, obviously he was flirting with me. Like, there's always an explanation for everything, but it was just kind of weird that, like, right after, you know what I mean? But so yeah, that's what's going on right now. As I said, we are facing west, kind of like northwest. We have 3 frankincense incenses here. Frankincense is the incense of kings. We have apothic red wine. Alcohol of some form is just traditional as an offering. We have the sigil created. This is one of the 2 sigils from the Lesser Key of Solomon. There are simpler sigils that you can find if you want to use those instead. We have a yellow tea light here, which has the sigil created on it again. And I think, as I said, I think it's Lenon, Tassa, Jade, and Paimon. But I am going to have to double check that. Okay, thank you. Bye.